Hello and welcome to Quiz Bowl 2011, brought to you by AETN. I'm your hostess, Evangeline Park, and I'm truly honored and happy to be here with you. For months, teams from all over the state have been preparing and competing with the goal of being here in the AETN studios this day. Only 14 teams are here competing in 7 final matches in 7 divisions. This is the finals for Quiz Bowl 2011. Our Quiz Bowl broadcast will be divided into 2 parts. This morning we'll see the top 2 finalists from the 7A, 4A, 5A, and 3A divisions. We will then have a 60-minute break, and at 1:30 this afternoon we will see the 6A, 1A, and 2A divisions. During the next few hours you're going to witness a program that is educational, entertaining, and definitely exciting because the teams today are going head-to-head for the state championship. Before we get the match started, I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce to you one of the people who makes this live show possible by providing studio and broadcast services for these matches. Please welcome Tony Brooks, Deputy Director here at AETN. Welcome, Tony.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Well, we're happy to be here again this year, and I want you to tell us about the relationship between Quiz Bowl and AETN.
Well, this is the 26th year for our partnership, and it's a perfect fit for us. As you know, we're educational television, and this is certainly educational, so we're happy to be a part of this.
Okay. Why is it so important for AETN to be involved in Quiz Bowl?
Well, I think it shows that the hard work that goes into this on behalf of the schools, the coaches, and most of all the students across the state.
Yeah. So what advice are you going to give to the teams today, Tony?
Just relax, have a good time.
Okay.
Enjoy this.
And the parents who are here and they're so nervous and they're sitting on the edge of their seats about to pass out, what do you want to say to them?
Just be nervous.
Just be nervous.
They've chewed their fingernails off to their elbows. Okay. They're ready to be here.
They're ready to be here. Now, do you have all the answers today, Tony? I know you're a brilliant man.
I do, but half of them are wrong.
More
than half of them are wrong, especially in math.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Tony, thank you so much for all that you do for Quiz Bowl.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next, I'd like to bring in my good friend, Bill Davis. Bill is going to be our color commentator. Bill, good to see you. Tell us, what can we expect today?
Well, one of the big things that we're going to expect today are some newcomers. You said there were 14 teams that's going to be competing today, and would you realize 5 of those have never been here before?
Wow.
That's amazing. And we're going to see some really close games. As a matter of fact, this first game, I'm predicting there probably won't be but 5 questions missed by both of those teams.
Really?
And that's amazing.
Okay, so those teams that are new, could the ones who've been here before be kind of underestimating them, thinking, oh, they're new, they'll be a shoe-in to be, you think?
You know, if you've watched this in the past, that's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen?
They'll be a little bit nervous at the beginning, but you'll see the nerves relax, and they'll start getting into the groove. And they've gone to a lot of tournaments. They've gone to a lot of practices. They're ready. So don't underestimate those rookie teams.
So what advice do you give to the teams today?
About the same as Tony. Don't get too nervous. You know, this is a little cool in here in the studio. Don't let that bother you. Just concentrate on the questions. Actually, I've said for many years, the competition is between you and the question, not you and the person across from you. And that's all they've got to concentrate on, and they'll do a good job at it.
All right, Bill. We're gonna let you go and get set for the color commentation. And thank you so much. We'll talk more as the day goes on with Bill. But before we get started, let's meet our judges. They are Steve Patterson, serving as the head judge, DeWanda Kirkland, Sammy Benjamin. The all-tournament team and MVP judges are Carolyn Schry and Rick Clow. Our game scorekeeper is Connie Grau, and our timekeeper is Cody Vest. We also want you to know that you can watch this broadcast live online at www.arquizbowl.org. Before we begin our second match for the 7A championship, we'd like to honor our 3rd and 4th in 3rd place. We have Fort Smith Northside. In 4th place, we have Conway. And now I believe we're ready to introduce the teams for our 7A Conference Championship match between Cabot and Fort Smith Southside. First from Cabot, we have Daniel Carman, a senior. Their captain is Will Otter, a senior. Tony Cordillo, a senior. Lane Bernardo, a senior. Their alternates are Jordan Reed, a junior, Harrison Cardilla, a junior, Rose Arnold, a senior, Selena Miranda, a sophomore, Emily Riley, a sophomore, and Zane Durden, a sophomore. Their coaches are Sarah Cantrell and Jana Smith. Let's hear it for Cabot. And now to Fort Smith Southside, we have Daniel Trin, a senior. Their captain is Meredith Pitch, a senior. Carolyn Chin, a senior. Paul Nagley, a junior. Their alternates are Daniel Martin, a junior. James Shields, a junior. Emily Langham, a sophomore. Alejandro Riviera, a sophomore. And Crystal Creel, a sophomore. Their coaches are Josh Adams and Daniel Tu. Let's hear it for Fort Smith Southside. And now on to our match. I'd like to wish both teams the best of luck. And now I'm going to turn it over to our quiz master, Catherine Hayes. Catherine, take it away.
Thank you, Evangeline. And I'd also like to say welcome to both Cabot and Fort Smith Southside. Good luck to both teams. First quarter, 20 toss-ups, 10 points apiece. Here we go. Number one, which character spoke these words from Shakespeare's Othello? Beware, my lord, of Southside, Meredith.
Iago?
Yes. Second question is a math computation. Give the base 10 number, 574, and change it to hexadecimal. You have an answer? Okay, I'm sorry, that was time. Tony, what were you going to guess?
232.
Well, you would have been very close. It was 23E.
Okay.
All right, number three. Which element, first isolated by Henri Moissan, has the highest electronegativity? Southside, Caroline?
Fluorine?
Yes.
Good.
Which painter of Yellow Christ? Cabot, Will.
Gauguin.
Yes. Do you know where he spent a lot of his time?
Tahiti.
Yes, sir. Good deal. Number five, after being released by the Minnesota Twins in 2002, he finished 5th in American League MVP voting the following year. Name this Boston Cabot, Will.
David Ortiz.
Yes, and out of curiosity, is it Big Pappy or Big Poppy?
Poppy.
Poppy. Well, I would have said it wrong then. Okay. Number 6. In economics, what term refers to the total value of a nation's Cabot Lane?
Gross domestic product.
Yes. Well, y'all are very good. Total output, income, or expenditure. Number 7. These devices can be classified into 4 general types according to the fluids used. Water, steam, gas, Cabot Lane.
Hydraulic systems.
No, and wind. Identify these devices that convert the energy in a stream of Southside, Meredith?
Turbine?
Yes. Number 8, what is the tense of the verb in the following sentence? Judy will have saved 30, Cabot, Will.
Future perfect.
Yes, will have saved. Number 9, what literary device is being used when the writer provides hints as to what is Southside, Daniel?
Foreshadowing.
Yes. Number 10 again is a math computation. In a room containing 12 people, everyone shakes hands with everyone else in the room exactly once. How many total handshakes take place? Southside, Meredith.
132?
No. Cabot, do you have a response? Tony?
60.
I'm sorry?
66.
Yes.
Okay.
Number 11. In public law, what term refers to the right of the government to appropriate Meredith, Southside.
Eminent domain,
Yes, and what are they going to appropriate?
someone's property.
That's right. Number 12. What was the name of the Catholic nun who became famous for humanitarian efforts? Southside, Caroline?
Mother Teresa,
Yes. And that was where?
India.
Okay, we have another math question. Using Descartes' rule of signs, tell how many negative real number zeros the following function has. F of x equals 5x to the 6th minus 3x to the 5th. Southside, Meredith?
6,
No. Just a minute, I messed up my timer here. Okay, let's see. Minus 2x to the 4th plus 2x squared plus 3x plus 5. Lane?
2.
No. Good try. They have the possibilities, you know, you do sign changes. So there's a possibility of 4, 2, or 0. All right. Okay. Number 14. This insect is responsible for transmitting numerous diseases. Cabot, Daniel.
Mosquito.
Very good. What kind of diseases?
West Nile, malaria.
Oh, you are. That's right. That's right. All right, number 15. What leader who ruled over 60 years was the only Egyptian, Southside, Meredith?
Akhenaten,
No. Pharaoh who carried the title the Great after his name? Cabot, Will?
Ramses.
Yes. Number 16. What sweet crystalline disaccharide sugar occurs naturally in most plants? Southside, Caroline?
Sucrose,
Yes. Number 17. What is the cosine of 180? Cabot, Will?
-1.
Yes. Number 18. In which novel, a work of Edith Wharton? Southside, Daniel?
The Age of Innocence.
No. Does Xena care for her husband, the title character, and her cousin, Will, from Cabot?
Ethan Frome.
Yes. Number 19. Named for the inventor of the first chemical battery. Southside, Meredith?
voltmeter,
No. It is defined as the potential difference when 1 ampere, Cabot, Lane?
Voltage.
No. Dissipates 1 watt of power. What is this measure equivalent to 1 joule per coulomb? And it's a volt. Number 20. Tired of the Peloponnesian War, the title character joins forces with Corinth, Boeotia, and Sparta to end the war by withholding favors from their husbands in what play by Aristophanes? Cabot, Will?
Medea.
No. Southside, Daniel?
7 Against Thebes.
Good tries, both of them. It was Lysistrata. My goodness, I don't believe you all missed but a couple during that round. Coaches, are there any challenges? All right, then at the end of the first quarter, the score is Cabot 90 and Fort Smith Southside 70. Substitutions.
Okay, Bill, looks like your prediction was correct. It's moving really fast.
Yeah, there's 200 points possible in that quarter. And these two teams collectively scored 160 points. This game is going to be maybe who answers the last question. That's how sharp they are. And notice, and you can see this on the face of the people in the audience here, but notice how quickly that they're answering questions. And I know some of the audience may think, how in the world can they do that? We got to remember, they've been to several invitationals. They've heard bodies of knowledge. They know what they're listening for, so they're going to anticipate. They know they're up against a real good team.
Because it kind of seems like they're mind readers because you hear part of the question and then there's the answer.
Yeah, they're not mind readers. They're just really, really sharp. And you're going to see some more of this as this game progresses.
Okay.
It's going to be a good one.
It is really a lot of exciting action going on here in this studio, and I think we're ready to go back to the match. No, I think there's...
Okay. Second quarter, Captains Will and Meredith will answer if your team gets the toss-up question for the bonus. All right, number 21. John Fisher Burns was awarded the 1993 Pulitzer Prize for International Southside, Daniel.
Israel.
No. international reporting, citing his courageous and thorough coverage of the destruction of Sarajevo and the barbarous killings in the war in Bosnia-Herzegovina. For which American newspaper did he serve as the London bureau chief? Will?
New York Times.
Yes. Okay, so Cabot will get the first, and yours is chemistry. Give these terms from organic chemistry. First one. An organic compound in which a hydroxyl group is bonded to a carbon atom of an alkyl group.
Alcohol.
Yes. These scented compounds often result from combining alcohols and organic acids.
Ester.
Yes. This type of organic compound contains a terminal carbonyl group and has the general formula R-CHO.
Sugar? No, it's
Answer?
Ether.
No. And compounds that follow Huckel's rule and have alternating single and double bonds between carbon atoms that form a ring are described by this adjective.
Cyclic.
I think it's cyclic.
Cyclic.
No. I have aromatic compounds for that one. And the organic compound that contains a terminal carbonyl group is aldehyde. Okay? All right. Back to toss up both teams. Name the Finnish composer noted for his 7 Cabot, Will?
Sibelius.
Yes. Okay, this time we have Greek playwrights. You are to name the Greek playwrights of each of the following works. 7 Against Thebes.
Aristophanes.
Answer?
Aristophanes.
No. The Trojan Women.
This one I think might be Aristophanes.
No. The Frogs.
Aristophanes.
Yes.
It's animals, it's Aristotle.
Oedipus Rex.
Sophocles.
Yes. 7 Against Thebes was Aeschylus, and the Trojan Women, Euripides.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, toss up again. What enchantress in Greek Southside Meredith?
Circe?
Say
Circe?
no. In Greek mythology is noted for helping Jason gain the golden fleece and for repeatedly resorting to murder to gain her ends. Cabot, Will?
Medea.
Yes. Okay, sports. Answer these questions about measurements in the world of sports.
Okay.
What is the height of a crossbar on a football goalpost?
10 feet.
Yes. What is the length of an NBA basketball court?
I think it's either 90 or 93. 93 feet.
Say
93 feet.
no. What is the diameter of a hole on a golf course?
And I think it's 4 inches.
No. And last one, what is the distance from a pitching rubber to home plate on a baseball field?
60 feet, 6 inches. 60 feet, 6 inches.
Yes. All right. What is the length of a NBA basketball? It was 94 feet. And the diameter of the hole on a golf course, you're close. It was 4 1/4 or 4.25.
That's tough. Okay.
Good job. Okay. We have one more bonus question. Toss up. Revoked in 1685 by Louis the Cabot, Will.
Edict of Nantes.
Yes. For our audience, would you like to explain a little bit of that?
Edict of Nantes gave religious freedom to Protestants.
Okay.
And he took it back. Took it away.
Well, all right. Okay, here's your bonus. General measurements. Given an approximation or example, name the unit being described. First one, unit of measure equal to 4 inches.
4 inches.
That's like a hand, maybe?
Answer?
A hand?
Yes. Mass of a shoelace, metric unit.
Gram.
Gram.
Yes. 18 inches.
That's a yard. No.
Is it? No,
It's half a yard.
Answer?
a furlong.
Half yard.
No. 220 yards or 660 feet.
Is that a furlong?
Is that a furlong?
Furlong.
Yes. And the only one you missed, the 18 inches, that was 1 cubic.
Okay.
Oh,
Cubic.
right.
All right. If there are no challenges to the bonus questions, then at the end of the second quarter, score stands Cabot 175, Fort Smith Southside 70. At this time, I'm going to read your categories for your lightning round. Southside, you will have first choice. We have Shakespearean characters. Identify each of these characters from Shakespeare plays from the descriptions given. We have American history. In what decade did each of these events in American history occur? And we have musical terms. Identify the following musical terms from the descriptions provided. You will have 1 minute to make your choice. Meredith, you give me yours as soon as y'all know, please.
Okay, Bill, that was another exciting round.
It was, and it kind of surprises me that one team ran the whole thing, but notice Cabot is on fire.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I mean,
yes,
they're
very
really
much
going
so.
good.
What do you think the secret is to their game playing today?
I don't know that you have a game plan on the last minute. I think it's something that you've done all year. And this 60-second round that they're getting into right now can make or break a team. It's very possible that Southside could pick. They're behind, so they get the first choice of these three. If they run it, they will get a 20-point bonus. That means there's 120 points out there. I would not be surprised if they could not run a 60-second round.
So this game is far from over, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. This game is still very, very close because what can happen is in the 60-second round, either you pull away and make it almost impossible for somebody to beat you in the fourth quarter, or you wind up getting the game really, really close, and then it's just a battle at the end. The fourth quarter will have 200 points, just like the first quarter.
Okay.
But this 60-second round is really a tilter, one way or the other.
All right, well, I think we're ready to head to the 60-second round.
All right.
All right. Beginning of third quarter, Meredith for Southside, their team has chosen musical terms. Cabot has chosen Shakespearean characters. So, Southside, you will go first. Again, musical terms, you are to identify the following musical terms from the descriptions provided. And Meredith, you're going to have to speak up a little bit for me, okay? All right, thanks. All right, ready? Here we go. Composition written for soloist and orchestra with 3 contrasting movements.
Concerto.
Yes. Light music played in the evening.
Polka.
Polka.
No. Main female singer in an opera.
Prima donna? Yeah. Prima donna.
Yes. Lively and fast tempo.
Allegro.
Yes. Middle range male voice.
Tenor or the high?
I don't know. Is it baritone? That's really low. Tenor. I think it's high. It's tenor. Tenor.
No. Solo in an opera.
Is it aria?
Aria.
Yeah. Aria.
Yes. Italian term instructing a performer to use a slow pace.
So pace.
Largo.
Largo.
No. Musical piece written for the outdoors.
Quartet.
No. Musical piece written for the night.
Nocturne.
Yes.
Did they go
Okay.
back to that?
All right. So, Cabot, you will have numbers 2, 5, 7, and 8. All right. Number 2. Light music played in the evening.
I've got Sonata, maybe.
Answer?
Sonata.
No.
I don't think it's on
Number 5. Middle range male voice.
That's probably a baritone.
Baritone.
Yes. Italian term instructing a performer to use a slow pace.
I think that's grave.
Grave.
No.
No.
And musical piece written for the outdoors.
Pastoral.
Yes.
Oh.
All right. The Italian term instructing a performer to use for a slow pace, I have lento.
No.
And the light music played in the evening, serenade. Okay? Okay, Cabot, Shakespearean characters. Identify each of these characters from Shakespeare plays, given the descriptions. Ready? Witty friend of Romeo.
That's Mercutio.
Mercutio.
Yes.
Yep.
King Lear's youngest daughter.
I think it's Cordelia.
Yes. Othello's murderer.
Iago.
Yes. Thane of Fife, who kills Macbeth.
Is it Malcolm Macduff? Macduff.
Yes. Queen of the Fairies in A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Titania.
Wait, is that
Titania.
Yes. Julius Caesar's wife.
Calpurnia.
Yes. Sorcerer and father of Miranda in The Tempest.
Tempest's father.
Names it on the island.
Is it Prospero?
Prospero, yeah.
Prospero.
Yes. Jewish moneylender who demands a pound
Shylock.
of Antonio's. Yes. Hamlet's former lover who drowns herself.
Ophelia.
Yes. Comic character of Henry IV and the Merry Wives of Windsor.
Falstaff.
Yes. Whoa, congratulations, all 10. Wow. All right, that is the conclusion of the third round. Are there any challenges? Okay, then at this point, Cabot has the lead at 3:15, Fort Smith Southside at 1:20. Substitutions. Okay. All right, fourth quarter. 20 more toss-ups, 10 points apiece. First toss-up. What term refers to the sequence of reactions in a living organism in which oxidation, Cabot, Daniel?
Metabolism.
No, of acetic acid provides energy for storage in phosphate bonds. Caroline.
Phosphorylation.
I have Krebs cycle. Number 32. This type of sonnet contains an octave and a sestet. Cabot, Will.
Petrarchan.
Say again.
Petrarchan.
Yes. Number 33. Which island, the replacement for Castle Garden, received over 12 million immigrants from 1892? Cabot, Daniel.
Ellis Island.
Yes. What Romanian dictator, along with his Cabot, Will?
Ceausescu.
Say again.
Ceausescu.
Yes. Number 35. In music, what name is given to a virtuoso solo passage occurring near the end of a piece of music, originally improvised by the soloist? Southside, Caroline.
Coda.
No. Cabot? Call time. It's a cadenza. What adjective refers to geometry in which the parallel postulate, Cabot, Tony?
Euclidean.
No, does not hold, and thus there may be an infinite number of lines parallel to a given line that pass through a given point. Daniel?
Non-Euclidean.
Yes, non-Euclidean. Number 37. Present in the saliva in an infected animal. Cabot, Daniel?
Foam.
No, it is a viral disease that causes Southside, Daniel?
Rabies.
Yes,
Oh.
it does. Causes encephalitis and death. This writer achieved success with his fourth novel, The World According to Garp. Southside, Daniel?
Irving.
Yes. He's also known for A Prayer for Owen Meany and The Cider House Rules. Okay, slow it down a little bit. Math computations. Okay, listen carefully. I'll try to read this correctly. We're going to simplify the following expression to a single trigonometric function. All right. It is 1 over the square root of the quantity, 1 plus quantity secant squared over cosecant squared x. Southside Meredith.
Cosine squared x.
No. Okay. Cabot, do you have a response? Will?
Cotangent x.
Forgive me.
Cotangent of x.
No. What did I?
Squared x.
I did not say. What did y'all write down? Did I not say secant squared x?
No.
I knew I'd left the x out. I'm sorry. I will throw it away and give a new question to both teams. It would have been cosine x had I read it correctly. Okay. I'm just going to go to, is math question number 1 all right? Okay. I apologize, teams. All right. This is a second computation. Calculate the second derivative of 6x to the 4th plus 5x cubed minus 14x squared. Southside Caroline.
72x squared plus
Quickly.
60x plus 28.
No. Okay. Cabot, Will?
72x squared plus 30x minus 28.
Yes. Okay. Okay, number 40. Name the ancient Greek sculptor of the Cabot, Will?
Myron.
Yes. What statue?
The Scobolos.
The what?
The Scobolos.
Oh, yes. Also known as?
The disc thrower guy.
Very good. That's exactly what my question was. Good job.
Right.
You like being put on the hot seat? No?
Fine. It's okay.
We do a very good job.
Easy street.
Number 41. Who, at the age of 17, wrote the 1817 poem Thanatopsis? Cabot, Will?
Bryant.
Yes. Number 42. What group from the 1980s made popular the song Making Love Out of Nothing at All? Southside Caroline.
Bee Gees.
No. Cabot? Will?
Supremes.
No. Now you can tell I'm out of date when I tell you it's Air Supply. I've never heard of them.
Yeah.
Y'all knew that? Okay. 43. Which American artist and sculptor is known for his works depicting the Grand Canyon? Southside Caroline.
Grove.
Say again.
Grove.
No. Some of which hang in the Smithsonian American Art Museum. Cabot? Will?
Remington.
I have Borg, Carl Oscar Borg. Number 44. What constitutional amendment overturned the Supreme Court? Southside Caroline. Answer?
24th.
No. Decision on the Dred Scott v. Sanford case. Daniel.
11.
I have 14th. Okay. Number 45. Its resistance to wear and corrosion make it ideal for jewelry. And, Southside Meredith.
Gold.
No. And it is a key component in automobile catalytic converters. What is this? Lane.
Platinum.
Yes. Okay, we have another math computation. Find all the possible arrangements of the letters in the word Arkansas. Southside, James.
6.
No. Cabot, do you have a response? Will.
720 divided by 12.
Actually, it was 3,360.
Oh, well, never
Did you
mind.
do 8 factorial over 3 factorial, 2 factorial?
Oh, it was 8 factorial, not 7. Okay.
That would explain it then. All right. Number 47. What U.S. president nominated federal judge John Paul Stevens to the U.S. Supreme Court in 1975? Southside, Meredith?
Nixon.
No, to replace William O. Douglas. Will?
Ford.
Yes. Number 48. Which author of Bend Sinister created the poet John Shade in Pale Southside Daniel?
The book call.
Yes. Number 49, according to Kepler's first law of planetary motion, what shape, Southside Meredith?
Ellipse.
Yes. Last question. What is the unit of computer measurement most often associated with the power 2 to the 10th? Southside Meredith?
Gigabyte.
No. Cabot? Lane?
Mega.
No. It was kilobyte. Kilobytes. That's the conclusion of the fourth quarter. Any challenges, coaches? Then at the end of the fourth quarter, we have Cabot at 395, Fort Smith Southside at 170. It was a good game. Congratulations.
That was a fantastic game, Bill.
It was a fantastic game. It was the score was a lot further apart than I anticipated at the beginning of the game, but that was a fantastic game, and you got to see how prepared these students are.
Yes.
All that anticipation that you saw on both sides. If you took these two teams and played another match, it may be very, very close, and who knows, Southside might could win that game. It just depends on what questions come and what were you prepared for.
Okay.
That's the deal.
Okay.
And I want to compliment Southside. At the end of that game, early in the fourth quarter, it was obvious we can't win.
Yeah.
They did not stop.
They did not. They
continued
hung
to
in
come
there.
forward and continued to play, and that says a lot about the character of those players.
That's right.
That was wonderful.
Okay, now let's talk about the captain of Cabot's team. He seemed like he's very confident, cool, calm, and collected.
Pretty sharp.
Did that help with anything?
It does, but you got to be careful. You can get too laid back.
Okay.
You know, and if you'll notice in the first quarter, he was a little bit more conservative. He was not. Then when they got the lead, he began to loosen up, and answers came more easily for him, and that can happen. But you don't want to get too loose. If you get into a game and you get too loose, I'll say you start doing this, you start misfiring. And then you throw answers to the other team. So you have to be careful with that.
We do want to congratulate both teams. They did a great job. And let's go back to the set for the awarding of the trophy and the check with Kelly Holt, Quiz Bowl treasurer, and Steve Patterson.
It gives us a great deal of pleasure to present the second place trophy to a great team from Fort Smith Southside from the Arkansas Governors Quiz Bowl Association. Congratulations, Meredith.
And on behalf of AGQBA and the Arkansas Department of Education, I want to present you a check to your team for $1,600. Congratulations. There goes a real big one to go with it.
It's been a long year for Quiz Bowl teams, and here we are at the final moment to present our 7A state champions from the Arkansas Governors Quiz Bowl Association. Congratulations, Cabot High School.
Congratulations, Cabot, on a great run. And here's a check for $3,200 for academic excellence. Good job.
Okay, now we want to also congratulate the individual players who did well in this 7A tournament through the state time championship. The all tournament players are Alex De La Sera of Fayetteville, Taylor West of Conway, Daniel Trin of Southside, Bob Zhao of Little Rock Central, Daniel Carmen of Cabot, Kathy Gee of Fayetteville, Meredith Pish of Southside, Taylor Wayhunt of Northside is the high point player of this group, representing a team that is not here today but exceeding the MVP score, and our MVP is Will Otter of Cabot.
Congratulations, Will. Here you go. Here's your medal. I'll give you the hardware, and here's the most important thing.
Scholarship for $250. Good job. Congratulations.
That's wonderful. Scholarships for academic excellence. Well, teams from all over the state begin preparations to hopefully be here for the finals. Most teams do not make it here, but their work is just as intense as these teams we see here today. Our cameras spent a day with the Heber Springs Quiz Bowl team, or as they call themselves, the Quiz Ballers.
The kids that are on this team also play sports. We have the homecoming queens on this team. We have track members, football team. They're all in beta. And I did have at the beginning of this year 2 or 3 kids that aren't in anything, and they decided they wanted to come and be on the quiz ball team. But then they came and they just sat and they didn't do anything. So we take it as seriously as any other sport, or you know, don't come unless you're willing to put some effort into it.
What are you doing right now?
I'm answering quiz bowl questions.
Are you doing well?
I like to think so.
I like to, before every match, on my math computation paper, draw Teddy the alligator, just a lucky symbol of mine. Never really does wrong. Always seems to help. Bring a little luck on the team.
We like to just throw the questions out to everybody so that we can all get a chance to learn it. We don't really specialize like some teams do. We just all get good at everything.
We all come into this room and we gather around a desk. Coach asks us questions, and that helps us because most of these questions are going to be asked during the actual competition.
Well, I guess you've already seen the alligator. That has to happen before every match.
Superstitions. We, before every tournament, like to sit down, bust out the Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon cards, and just have a good old game of that. That always kind of helps us psych out the other team.
We always bring questions to a match, and no other teams seem to do that very often. Bring questions to study while we're actually there competing.
I've been on the quiz bowl team since about 1st grade. I've been the captain pretty much every year. I like quiz bowl because I just consume random facts and I like to show off.
They're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! It's kind of like Pokemon. Okay, they're playing Pokemon too. They just do it to kill time.
State finals. Not sure why they even bother having a whole tournament, and they just give the trophy straight to us. We'll just call it even.
Because quiz bowl is the best activity ever. Because you get to learn and you get to buzz in and answer questions, and we win things.
We're really psyched about going as the first place team from our region, and definitely plan on winning first place.
You would want to be a quiz baller because we're the best. We win things, like the regional tournament.
Acceleration. What change it was. Was that a question? It was.
Yeah,
I answered acceleration.
Oh. What are the terms for the points on a vibrating spring that you know? Which kind of eclipse? Lunar eclipse. Okay. What disease is most likely to increase as a result of depletion of the ozone layer? I'm Gay Rawls, and Heber Springs High School is the home of the regional champs quiz bowl team, and this is the Heber Springs High School quiz bowl team.